Good morning and good afternoon. Intro to art. You're watching this video right now, so you know that obviously I am not in class. I'm shooting this for you guys. I can't remember if I told you I wasn't going to be in or not, but that doesn't matter because you guys got some time now to work on these guided notes that we've been kind of doing side by side together through the start of this first week back from Thanksgiving break. Now, perspective can be a little bit tricky, and it's one of the reasons why I've really wanted to pace you guys through the process when learning two-point perspective. Over the course of the last few days, I've been kind of walking you guys through whether it was just identifying two-point perspective or trying to draw very simple geometric forms in two-point perspective. And we wrapped up yesterday's class with me doing a couple examples of letters in two-point perspective. Now, you guys are going to have the rest of the time in class to finish that worksheet, but I'm additionally throwing you guys another task here. While you don't have a sketchbook challenge today, I'm not asking you guys to solve any type of theme or anything like that. I do want to make sure that you guys can build on some of the skills that you're learning here just with letters. So I've got one last set of guided notes, but you guys have the opportunity to choose which set you want to do. You'll notice that there is a handout up here on my desk, or possibly the guest teacher had already passed these out to you guys, that is two-sided. One of them is entitled Building Structures and Trucks, and then the other side is simply Everyday Objects in Two-Point Perspective. You guys have the choice as to which side of this guided notes you do. Of course, obviously, you are going to complete the letters in two-point perspective, but throughout the rest of the time in class, you have the time to work on either the everyday objects in perspective or the building structures and trucks. Now, I don't care which side of this sheet you want to do, but upon turning in these guided notes through my website with the photographs that you guys take either on your personal devices or with these school-supplied iPads back here, what I'm looking for you guys to do is simply take a picture of the marks that you make. Follow the instructions that I've typed out here, because sometimes I've noticed some of you guys are just leaving lines for the sake of leaving lines, and it is getting really confusing to me to figure out whether or not you've got stuff that makes sense. And I bet you it's probably getting really confusing to you because you've got lines going in every which direction. Another recommendation for this is possibly drawing with a very light H pencil. That way you don't have to worry about erasing anything. And look, I recommended this with a one-point perspective, but please use a straight edge. You don't necessarily always have to extend the line all the way to the vanishing point, but it might make sense here just to have the straight edge connected to the corners of whatever line it is you're choosing to draw from, and simply draw out that line following the straight edge. You don't have to go all the way, but just as long as you know it's going to hit that vanishing point, you should be okay. Now, you've got all the day to work today in class uninterrupted on these two pieces. And I'm also going to give you guys the weekend as well. I think it's probably fair Saturday, Sunday, even though maybe not a lot of work is going to get done. But Monday's class, I will have you guys turn these in at the conclusion so that you can bounce any ideas, or if you still have some questions off of this stuff, I can help you out with that. But at the conclusion of Monday's class, you guys will need to have this stuff taken a photograph of and then submitted through my website. And the link is in the front of the classroom. I'll try to maybe put a link down on the description area below this video. But please take advantage of this time. And if you guys are going to copy or kind of tag team this at groups at your table, make sure you're copying the right lines and make sure you understand why you're drawing the lines. The worst thing that you could possibly do is simply start copying someone's lines who doesn't know what they're doing and then turn it in getting it all wrong. I'd rather see nothing at all than lines all over the place, because lines all over the place don't really tell me what you know and what you don't know. Good luck, guys. I want to make sure that you've got time now to work on this, and I'm up on it. It looks like about 4.5 minutes this video is ran. So utilize the rest of the time, the 50 minutes that you've got here in class, to the best of your guys' ability. And I will see you when we get back next week. I'm excited to see what progress you've got on this, and we can wrap this whole thing up before we're away here for Christmas break in about 10 days. All right? Take care, guys. Have a good weekend.